unit. It is attached to the Prime Minister's Office of Malaysia. From the government of Malaysia, I'd like to be part of this historic project. I think we are at the dawn of a new India, and it's nice to actually start with a brand new project with a new vision, and it augurs well. I'm also told by Abhijit that today is a very auspicious day, and which is why many weddings are happening. I'd like to give you a very, very quick introduction of who we are. We come from the government of Malaysia. We work for the Prime Minister's Office in Malaysia. And Malaysia gained independence about 10 years after India did. We were very much a low income, to some extent, and a great to do that. I will let my team take you through it in further detail a little. Our Prime Minister,
I think this augurs well because it's like a new beginning for India. India is at a dawn of a new beginning, and having the lab starting at this point and getting the commitment from both the civil service as well as private sector and also some NGOs, I think augurs well. What I expect from the lab is very tangible results. Hopefully, most of the issues can be identified, critical solutions come forward, and actual implementable plans come forth in the next 6 weeks. So that's what I expect to see, implementable plans.
Is there any difference between working in Malaysia and working in India?
I don't see as much of a difference. Issues are maybe different, but the way we approach them, we all come from the old British colonial system. So the way we approach them, I think, could be similar. And from a cultural standpoint, I don't see too many dissimilarities. So I see it quite close.
What is the support of the government that you see from Maharashtra?
The support of the government I see as very strong. The fact that we have principal secretaries driving this process is critical, and I think that is a major critical success factor for the entire lab.
From Sakar media point of view, how do you see Sakar's initiative in this project?
I really need to commend Sakal for taking this bold step. I think it is something that all Indians should take forward, and I really commend Abhijit and also Sakal for taking this step forward.
What about the process? Do you think how long it will take for this process to because the change will not happen overnight?
The change won't happen overnight, but it is a 6-week lab. Hopefully we get very tangible projects. So it's very important to have those tangible, however many, maybe 5 or 10 tangible projects that can be implemented fast. Only then people will realize that the process can work, and then the process can be seeded. I think today's program was very well executed and very well attended. I think we had the right kind of participants who were from the specific sector, understood all the issues, and the people that I've spoken to today, I think they're quite convinced that they need to be part of the lab, part of the process, part of the solution, really. And I think they're beginning to see a possibility of being part of an end-to-end solution. And there's a lot of enthusiasm.
What do you think that all type of stakeholders were there, from government, from private sectors, everyone was there? Do you think that this model will work out perfectly?
I think it's something that we should really try out. It's worked for us in Malaysia. I think India is not too dissimilar, and I think it's worth a try, and I'm quite optimistic about it.
Yeah. What similarities you find in Maharashtra and Malaysia?
I think it's the structure of government is very similar to Malaysia. Private sector is also quite similar. Maybe the social groups, political scenario might be a little bit different, but I think as long as the private sector and the government is similar, I think some of what we've done is portable. I think it's usable here.
Do you think that the political initiative must be needed for this?
Clearly, it has to be, but I think given that Sakal media is involved, I think if the media pressure, if social pressure is there, and I think if civil service comes to work hand in hand, I don't see a way that it won't work. I think it will work very, very nicely.
Thank you.
Thank you.